The current spoiler warning level is Azure.
Friends and folks, for this episode, you're looking at a spoiler warning level of Azure. We're talking about Card Fight Vanguard, which is a card game, and I don't think you can spoil card games. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think we do here at least. Please enjoy the episode. Hello friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mechanista NG. It's card time on the card show. Fix that line.
And I'm Dylan. Sorry, I froze up after you said that like that. I don't know. It just the way you said that. It hit me, and I just.
You're just frightened by the idea of cards.
I mean, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Cards. It's cards.
Card battler.
Yeah. So, we actually, since we already given away the game here, we actually had rolled this request last week, last recording.
2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say last recording, but 2 weeks at this point. And, we were, it was like, oh god, this is gonna be a lot of, like, little things to grab, and I was tired, and so I was like, let's just do a regular episode, we'll do this next week.
Yeah, your brain kind of shut down upon seeing what was
when I saw the massive
proposed.
Card Fight Vanguard cards, just to throw out the name
Indeed.
of it. Because yeah, we have a request. Who is it from? And so on and so on. Give us the deets.
Sorry, 1 sec. Let me pull that up. I don't have my.
The request isn't bad.
Like,
I should say this. The request isn't bad. It is robots. I just look. It's just Sometimes my brain just fries on seeing something that is.
It's just not very straightforward.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the sheet open because I was like, we already rolled it. I don't need the sheet. This is a Cross Zeta request. Thank you, Cross Zeta.
All right, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't want it to sound like I'm against the set or against this particular request. Is all. It's more just I just saw it and I was just like, oh, this is a lot of stuff I don't know and have no familiarity with. And I am, Well, and Cross Zeta referenced like a very specific little family of robots there. And then the other thing I saw was that there were ones that were not, like, because I have all the images saved of the ones that we were sent, but then there's other ones that we weren't sent. Like, so I was like, oh, there's a lot. Because there's a lot of robots.
Let's just do whatever we want.
Yeah, there's
we'll like we got the ones that we were sent. And if you want to do more than that, you do what you want.
Well, it's like for instance, to mention one particular instance is we have this friend here, right? Dimensional Robo Kaizard got sent to us. But there's actually a predecessor, which is Corekaiser, which I think came out later because I've noticed that the cards are in different languages on the wiki and on the English wiki. This is a Japanese card, but this is like the guy that's like the middle of that.
Oh.
And so on. So a lot of these kind of things going on. But I think these cards may have come out at different times. Yes, they did, because you can actually see this one's a this year thing. So...
Wow.
And this was a
this
request
was not made this year.
Yeah, no, this was a request made. So this is probably why it also was like a little more complex looking. Anyway, so yeah, how do I even want to start this?
Well, I mean, you can start with Dimensional Robo Kaizard here. You put him down.
Yeah, all right.
You took him to a dance.
Yeah, I guess I'll put his little core unit here too, because he's got a little core guy who's, that's the middle guy without all the armor on the outside. So these guys are Dimensional Robos. Dimensional Robo seems like the archetype that a lot of the mecha, if not all of them, are part of. There's like regular Dimensional Robos, Super Dimensional Robos, and Ultimate Dimensional Robos. Seems to be like the categories here. And yeah, so we've got the Corekaiser and Kaizard, which are obviously these guys. And I guess to describe them, oh, and they're from a set called Super Brave Detonation, which is funny because they are a very brave looking robot. So. Oh, I guess there's also collab cards because this is the set that actually has Brave Bang Bravern in it. That's also why the Super Brave Detonation set. It just also has its own original guys like this guy. It also has fucking Ave Musica and Mygo. Collab.
Sure, crossovers.
I know, but that's a very funny, like, specifically to have Bravern and Bang Dream in it is because they both have Bang in the name. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that's why.
I mean, it's just two things that happen to be popular at the same time that both have Bang in the name, yeah, but...
I suppose.
Alright, so to describe the core Robo, this is a very, even though I don't know the exact mechanical designer, I know Obari has for sure worked on these, and a lot of these robots feel very Obari-esque, both in their stances and in the way they are drawn, the way their faces are, etc. So the head, you've got a forehead camera on top, a little bit of detailing around the sides of the head. Head is very helmet-looking, enshrouding a face. The face is in a lighter gray than the dark gray of the helmet. The face, you've got 2 green eyes in there. You do have like a big boxy nose and then a mouth. The mouth is able to move, as can be seen in the different poses. For the torso, the middle section of the torso, you've got this like large orb, this big blue orb, that is like inset in like a golden ring. And that's like in the middle of the torso. And then on either side of the torso, you've got these big vent-like structures, big like vertical vents going on. And then they just have some armor on the top and bottom of them. There's some armor wrapping around the bottom of the little chest gem. And then you've got some visible pistons in the middle of the torso, very IBO style and how these are going into the waist. And then you also have like a midsection torso that's just like these really thin like plates in the middle going down. A couple of segments going on there. And you can also see there's a piston in the back too. For the arms, very weirdly shaped arms. That's because these arms are kind of... The shape of the core guy is kind of weird because he's going to put on a bunch of armor and be more normal shaped, ultimately. So, like, for the shoulders, he's got white shoulder armor on the front and back of the shoulders. Just kind of has a very basic plate shape. It's got, like, a little hook at the end of it. It's angular, but, like, the armor hooks upward as you go out. It's got, like, a little cut in the shoulder on them as, like, decoration. The bicep has, like, this really weird angle going on with it. Like, the bicep and shoulder are kind of, like, one piece, so they kind of it has this, like, kind of just weird...
Like, bend in the middle itself, as opposed to having a hinge or a joint.
And then, right below that is the arm joint, just kind of a classic. You've got 2 circular caps at the end that even have the classic Gundam thing of having the little dash in between the caps. And then the forearms... just kind of white armor going all around, very boxy. They're kind of, I think these are octagons? Yeah, it looks like these are octagonal, going off how many sides are there. And then just 2 hands at the end. The hands are black, just kind of boxy fingers. They're hands. For the skirt, you've got a crotch piece with a inset camera-like thing in the front of it. And then 2 very basic front skirt pieces, no real decoration on them other than this, like, little... They have, like, a little kind of cut in them, like a little panel line, but it's very minor. Otherwise, very simple. You can't see the rear skirt, unfortunately. And because these are cards, I know there's a show for this, but I could not begin to tell anyone where to find, the information for the show. So, so I cannot find screen caps of these guys. I'm sorry, Cross Zeta. I'm sure Cross Zeta doesn't actually mind, but I'm like, the legs though, you've got these very huge joints connecting the base of the leg into the waist here, just like a big circular part. The thighs are almost look like bare inner frame, especially when you see the sides of them and stuff, and the way they have this indentation. just kind of like a darker gray color in there with these little cuts in the sides. You have a double joint going on with the knees here, kind of just your standard mecha thing. There's also a piston in the leg. It looks like these are going up the sides of the thigh, going off. You can see a little bit there, and then the one there, which is interesting. Then with the lower leg, pretty basic still. You've got these big holes in the sides of the armor, some holes in the front, and a big divot going down the middle bit of armor. Gives, like, to the either side of the flat part of the front of the leg, you've got these triangular parts pointing forward. Just kind of an interesting shape for the leg there. Then for the foot, it's got a heel and toe that are connected via, you can see, like, the circular part in the middle. So just very, very bare bones, like, mecha going on here. Now, obviously, this is going to become way more decorated when it becomes Kaizard. The Corekaiser is just like the simple inner guy, and seemingly was designed afterwards also, going off the years on these, so... We'll talk about Kaizard next. So Kaizard keeps the same basic shape, but... and I'll leave up all the cards just for the video, people, just to have the direct comparison in front of them. The head now gains, like... It seems like the color might change on some parts, just given, like, the hands and whatnot, but, like... There's more of a helmet going on. It is red. You've got cheek vents. You've got these little wings on the back of the head that are like little antennae that are swept back. And then right below the camera on the head, you've got like these golden wings, kind of like, simple wing pattern. It's like these three, it just looks like a pair of wings. This is how this sort of V finish thing looks to me. The chest now is much more armored. The crystal in the middle, the little orb, now has, to the left, right, and bottom of it, a kind of, how would I describe that shape? Like a three-sided pyramid, I guess. It's these triangles that are three-sided pyramids, one pointing down, one pointing left and right, and they're just kind of in-housing the little orb that is just kind of sitting in the middle of them. You have some vents on the bottom of the chest armor, interestingly. Like, they're on the pectorals, but they're on the bottom of the pectorals section there. And then you've just got more black plate armor. Extra armor on the underside, along with some thicker torso armor here going on. No visible pistons or anything. For the shoulders, you've got red armor at the base and then golden armor. The gold armor on the shoulders goes out very wing-like. What is this reminding me of? Is it the, I think it's kind of reminding me of the Magwanax, specifically like one of the customs. Which one is it? It's reminding me of a very specific Magwanax shoulder. Here we are, Karama's Magwanax. Not quite exact, but like just this kind of shape and like having that like. I don't know. They just remind me of them for some reason.
By the way, it was driving me crazy. I did finally get there. Just a word we both know, but the name for this shape, we would say this is a tetrahedron.
Tetrahedron, right? Okay. Right, because there are 4 total faces on it, right? Because 3 on the top. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is.
My brain originally supplied me with tapering triangular prism, which is wrong and incoherent.
There's a way of wording it, yeah. Not necessarily a great way. There's now white armor on the bicep, and the forearms now have thicker black armor around the base of them. The hands are now red. They seemingly haven't changed size or anything. They're just red now, which is fine. The skirt now has some extra detail. The 2 front skirt parts now have sort of this like big red, very Gundam-y, like kind of little pack at the base of them. It just reminds me of like the first Gundam with the yellow parts and such. I mean, common on a lot of Gundams, but an interesting detail that is seemingly not present on the original crotch, though it might be just because of this angle, we can't see it. It looks like there's like a clear blue piece on top of the crotch right above the green like indented camera part. I'm sure it's not a camera, but it looks like a camera. I know that I just have to apply my Gundam language to all of this. The side skirts are holsters. You can clearly see them on the side, like on the art on the right. You can see the way that the guns holster into them. Rear skirt's still not really visible in any of these arts. The thighs are white armor with like a little divot in the, like, nearing the bottom of them on the front. No real detail on the sides or anything. The legs now have like a golden knee part. You've got these little red caps just added along the sides. The outside of either leg has these like bits of white armor that have these more golden wings on them. Just like stylized, very, I guess, I don't want to say wings because they're not like wings, but you know what I mean. They're evoking like Art Deco wing kind of look, you know, very simplified. But that's what the cuts always make me think of these. Like if you were, I don't know, like a flight badge or something, like a badge I would expect a pilot to have or something.
Sure.
It's kind of what it makes me think of. Looks like it's a little hard to see because of the text and whatnot. It gains like some red parts around the base of the legs, the lower legs, and then the feet are white armor on top, and it looks like he has red platforms like added to the very bottom of the feet. Not really easy to see in these arts, but yeah. And then for armaments, we've got 2 guns, just 2 pistols, boxy pistols. They've got iron sights on the front of them, green little gems on the back part of them, right above the grip, and the very back, more of those little decorative gold pieces. And it's got pistols. That's it. That's what I can say. It is a very brave robot. You can tell by it saying there's no difference between blood and oil. This is the beat of my justice. Or carve the evil vanquishing beat into your blast blitz. Into you. And then he says blast blitz like that's the attack. Okay.
Into your blast blitz.
I was like, you see how my brain got turned you into your there.
Sure. But you can see the feet a little better in this.
Yeah,
this version
so they have they do have red armor added
out
around the base of the foot. And yeah.
It looks like there's even a tiny bit of black on the sole there.
Yeah, like little cuts or vents in them.
Oh, in the anime, he's doing some point blank justice, it looks like, perhaps.
It's so funny when you see how different, like, stylized this anime shot is, though, like, looking at the chest. He's so thin looking in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because of the way these tetrahedrons are and such.
There are 4 of them.
Yeah, it looks like there's one on top there, but if you look at this art, it's not there. So I think this is an animation error.
Interesting. It's also in the other picture of him from the anime. Maybe the anime just has a different, because you can see.
Oh, it's like tapped on top. Yeah. I think that I honestly, I think that this anime just has different artists working on it.
I think this anime doesn't look very good.
No, it looks kind of. This is.
It's fine. I'm not mad about it, but it means I'm not going to defer to it on art choices.
Yeah.
For the record here. This machine is called the Corekaiser.
Yeah.
And you could see, because it's in Japanese, that the pun works better in Japanese. Because it's Corekaiser. And so that's Kaizard. Obviously, in English, we say Kaiser instead of Kaizar. And so the pun doesn't sound as good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that they add the do to the end of it in general, because I would have just thought it would be Dimensional Robo Kaiser.
But like, they're doing like a... No, I thought they were doing a thing, and then I don't know what they're doing. Why do they do that?
Yeah, because in Japanese it's also Kaizado.
Yeah, I figured we were doing like a sort of like a Zord evocation, but I assumed that would be in line with other machines, and I'm not seeing evidence of that.
Oh god.
There are a lot of these machines.
No.
I could be missing something, but...
I just clicked on a category that says Kaiser, and... Oh, card games are operating on different levels 6. We're doomed. Please. Now, I don't think all of these have to do with the... Well, no, these look like they are... A lot of these are robos. Like, the Medio Kaisers are also robots. I mean, I know we're not covering everything. God damn, this thing has a lot... There's a lot of robots in this series.
I think you just changed what this episode is.
Yeah, we're gonna do this on the Kaiser robos, specifically, I guess. I know there's like a bunch of different dimensional robos, but considering the way that this category goes, there's a lot of Kaisers here, and I want to see...
Yeah.
I need to find ones that are, like, related to... what we're doing right now in like a way that. Okay, I think I found the armor and whatnot.
Congratulations, Cross Zeta. Your one request has now become like 10 requests.
We'll have to do more of these.
We'll
later.
have to break it out, your individual machines, and then the related units into their own things.
So
Well?
these are so I found this while looking. This is the Kaisergrader, and I believe these are just the parts for the Kaiser, because you can see. Oh no, these are parts for. Oh, this is for turning it into Daikaiser. Okay,
to the Daikaiser.
Now I know the order, though. Okay, cool. I am glad I found that, because now that tells me that Daikaiser is the next form, given that there are so many possible things that could have come next. Based on that list. So here we are. Here's a Daikaiser. Do we have more card art, or is it just the... Okay, there are a couple. I'll just try to find the best ones for our purposes. God. It's so funny, because earlier today, I was talking about card games with my partner, Ivy, and we were talking about how, man, the thing with a card game is you can just, like, release a shit ton of stuff, because it's all still images, So you can just, do a whole lot of things. And it's funny that we are looking at Cardfight Vanguard, and I'm just being hit by that very notion of, you could just do a lot, can't you? So this is the last of the forms, quote unquote last. This is like what I would assume is like in maybe the base sets and whatnot. This is like Kaiser's final evolution, but there's clearly a bunch of other things going on here that I'm gonna have to figure out. Looking at these, so we'll start with just this one though. The Daikaiser. Or Big Kaiser, I guess. Because Dai is big, or great. Oh, I think Great Kaiser would have actually...
Great Kaiser.
I think Great Kaiser would have been actually a good name. The head. It's an even more exaggerated version of the prior head. It still has, like... The sides of the head have the white vents with the ears going backwards. It is still mostly a red helmet with a mohawk camera. The V-fin is now much more of a pointy horn fin rather than feather look. It's just got this, like... It's got a point at the base of it, and then another point going out towards the top. And then... the torso... The tetrahedrons have overgrown the gem completely now. And there's now a big golden, like, thing covering around the sides of it, like a triangular golden piece just around that on the base of the torso. The vents have now been moved to these like side torso parts that are in the gap between the torso and the arms, like in the shoulders there. There's some vents on the bottom on both the front and the back. Could be thrusters also, who knows. The torso is segmented also way more in a Gundam style, is what it reminds me of, just having the squares and the different colors.
Sure.
Oh, and I forgot to mention on the head, the biggest change now has a mask. The mask has multiple layers of, like, detail on it, but it is no longer, like, a human face. It is a mask. The shoulders are much bigger. You've got big parts with blue crystals on the front. The base of them is taller vertically. And you can see that there's, like, around the blue around the blue crystals, you've got red indentations, and then most of the armor is like this sort of... I want to just say that's meant to be black, even though it's got, like, a little bit of a warmth to it here, but it just looks like it's probably meant to be just black. Then at the very end, you have a cap of red armor with a big golden blade coming out of the side of it. You can also see a wheel on the bottom. I presume for the Greater Kaiser, this is like the wheels that it rolls in on. Because
one imagines that's like the combining part,
Yeah.
Whether that's the Kaisergrader or some other part, but.
Oh yeah, and actually, if you look at the Kaisergrader here, when I put it down, is it not going to paste? Wiki, not wiki. Anyway, you can see wheels there, too. So makes sense. Support vehicle things. The biceps are now even bigger with more white armor over them. The joint is now, funnily, a different joint design. It's more of it's like the double joint with a wedge in it. It doesn't have like the circular caps, though. Yeah.
I saw why they didn't call it the Great Kaiser.
Why?
Because there's a Great Daikaiser.
Oh, is there a Great Daikaiser? You can't do that. That's just Great Kaiser. You can't do that. Or Great Big Kaiser. No.
I combined the words Luppy and Luppy. It's Luppy.
The forearms, black armor around them. You've got like these big red vents on them, golden blades that are on the outside, and then around the wrist, it flares out at the wrist where you have these red pieces. It's interesting because a lot of times on most mecha, rather than flaring out, it'll pull in as you're going closer to the hand. But no, this has big cuffs. Big square cuffs. I guess squares with little hexagons sticking out of the corners. I want to imagine this can do a rocket punch just given the way that this hand is designed. And the fists are now larger. Should note. Seem like they would be. The waist, you've got a clear green part on the top of the crotch, a little thruster on the bottom, like with square gold parts. These skirts have an inset little red area with more blue crystals inside of them, very much like the shoulders. Has a little white armor sticking out at an angle in the front skirts. These side skirts are huge and boxy. Rear skirt is not applicable. Seemingly, it's pointy on the bottom, going off this art on the right, but can't really see it at all. The legs there's like a white part underneath, and then you've got black plates over the front of them. The joint on the leg is similar to the one on the arm, where it's now like this more of just like a wedge with the parts, on an axle on the bottom and top of it. The knees are golden with white parts on the top. Right below that, running down the length of the leg, you've got a white armor piece that has like a little green trapezoid on top of them. The armor for the lower legs is mostly in black around the sides, with some red around the top protecting the joints. As for the feet, very hard to see. It looks like the feet have a lot of blue on them. And then you've got red, like, bottoms of the feet with a little golden indentation and, like, golden cleats is what that's looking like to me there. And I can't see anything about the backpack other than it looks like it just has, like, big square thrusters on the bottom of it there. This is, like, again, I don't know if this is Obari, but this is just the most Obari-ass design, though, to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, the colors, the design, like, it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like an Obari-ass design to me. I don't know if I always worry that's gonna sound reductive when I say that about these kinds of super robots, but, like, my experience with Obari outside of him just doing animation stuff is stuff like Gravion, right? And you look at, like, Gravion's design, and let me pull it up just to show it. And you see what I mean, though, with this vibe. It's got a Now, this is the secondary robot, seemingly, for Kaiser, actually, because there's another robot that has the even more hero colors with more blue. This one has more black than blue. But you see what I mean, right? Like, this, you can see that this is just an Obari robot. It's got big shapes, it's got these very powerful proportions, it's got lots of random little crystals going on, lots of little hooks and sharp parts.
Yeah, especially Obari really likes to do not just sharp parts, but sharp parts in gold.
Yeah.
Here's just a funny little thing. I was looking at, the wiki. Pretty good wiki. Not necessarily aimed at what we do, but pretty good.
It has all the cards listed out, which is nice, so...
I was like, and there's, like, a gallery, and there's, like, lore. The lore is kind of, sure, that's fine. And what is what is the tips section? And I was like, well, of course, it's tips for the card game, idiot. Like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And here's one of the cards. They're like, hey, if you want to use this card, you should really have a card that can, like, help, like, get it into play. So you should probably have, Magical Police Quilt over here. And I was like, it's really funny these are in the same card game.
Cardfight Vanguard is very, like, It just feels very anime themed in general, like just general anime themed. There are, very shonen-esque cards, which I mean, I guess this is true of a lot of card games in Japan, where they'll just have a lot of things. But then again, I don't know, because when I think about, I don't know, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh!, even while having the different overall aesthetics to, like, its designs and whatnot, still kind of follows a similar theming. Especially when all a lot of the cards were still being done by the one guy, by the original author. Obviously, more artists came in as it got more popular.
Oh, shout out to this wiki! Wow!
Oh, what?
Doing what fucking Gundam Wiki cannot. If you look at the categories on a card, there's also, one of them is Japanese. That's the artist. This is Obari, confirmed.
Oh! Okay, cool. I also figured it was Obari because I saw this as an end title card for one of the things. And you can see there's Daikaiser on the left shaking the hand of what I presume is the actual more heroic main guy. They're buddies.
And then also there's his signature.
And yeah, you can see Bari.
That helps too.
Yeah. And I saw that, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, no. So, sorry, Crossato, that we're covering the secondary protagonist, but I guess that means we're working our way up to the protagonist. One. I don't know if it's actually a protagonist, but you know what I mean. Like, in a pair, if you were watching an anime, this would be the secondary mecha. That is, like, the ally and the cooler guy, but also is, buddies, because you can see they were shaking hands. So now I'm digging through all these other Kaisers, and I'm like, okay, these ones don't have... So not everything in the Kaiser category has to do with one another, because I did notice there's stuff like Dragonic Kaiser Crimson, and I'm, like, looking at this guy, and I'm like, there's no way this is related to the other ones we're looking at, right? So maybe Kaiser is, like, a specific archetype as well. So, like, having the name Kaiser matters. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has that with,
plausible.
like, Archfiends and stuff, where, like, they're not necessarily all related, but...
There are multiple kings in this world, that's fair. Can you guess... Oh, wait, ooh... They had two people work on it. That makes sense. Okay, I was going to say, can you guess who the artist is for the protagonist one?
Is it not Obari for both?
It seems like Obari is like a secondary designer, did some cards. But
is it Okawara?
As far as I can tell. No?
Okay. Well, like, because I know it doesn't look like Okawara, but Okawara did used to do, like, the Brave design, so that's why I kind of was like,
I'll post him.
Okay.
And maybe you can tell.
Okay. Oh! Wait a fucking moment. Hold on.
Oh, don't look at the bottom. The illustration credits are there.
Oh, don't worry. I can't recognize that kanji, so I don't know. This looks like the guy who did, like, No. This looks like the guy who would have done, like, the Grantede or something from SRW, though.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I don't remember who the artist is either. But if I post...
You remember who this artist is.
Okay, I should remember this artist. Okay. Well, when I said the Grantede, okay, I know this is weird, but if I pull up the Grantede, I think it's just, like, the similar, like, line style going on, like, with, like, the skirts and stuff, or, like...
I see,
It just kind of feels like these could be by the same guy to me. But I don't actually know who did the Grantede, funnily enough. Who did it? I don't know. I can't read the name.
I'll give you one more clue.
Okay.
This is a great artist we sadly lost to a cause we don't appreciate.
Oh, is this Mika Akitaka?
This is Mika Akitaka.
What the fuck? My guy! Mika! Make robots again! Because this one's actually pretty cool. I like this one a little... admittedly, I like this one a little more. I assume this will be the other guy.
It'll be a future episode at some point.
Yusha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how far we get today.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be on the list.
Well, I'm assuming that... Okay. Oh, we have an evolutionary split here, but I know which way I want to go. Okay. So first...
Well, first I feel like we should do the, Oh, why is my brain stopped again?
Kaisergrader?
Damn it, I hate it when it does this. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I mean...
Yes.
The Kaisergrader is just... This is the vehicle stuff that it combines with, the Kaizard.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes
I like the D series. So we've been linking different cards, because they've released these multiple times, and sometimes they have different stats and stuff. The D series art I like way better.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the Zero series art. Is that like a mobile game? Because it's got like weird screenshot quality to it.
Yeah, I think it must be. The Zero ones always look like shit, and they're always just like taking the original cards and then making the art really tiny and having a bunch of
This angle
trash.
does make it way easier to tell that this is clearly a. This makes it easier to tell these are trucks that combine with the Kaizard, and you can see like the wrist parts back there. You can see the big red wrists and the golden parts that go over the arms. So. Yeah, it's a double truck. It's like, what if two trucks were conjoined in the, side by side?
You're just skipping a step in the traditional Super Robot transformation.
Yeah.
Like, no, we'll just have the trucks linked in advance.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I guess there's a couple that do that, like the ones that make up like the feet on Voltes and all that. Are also, like, together, and then they split. Oh, but they don't look like two separate vehicles until they split, though. True, now that I think about it. So.
It's not uncommon for them to, like, suddenly, like, split open like that. Like, I think
this one actually having it as two separate trucks, basically. But they're also
like
combined.
Gaigar, I think, does something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's goofy. It's a, like, red truck with these two cannons on top of either of the, canopies for them. And, yeah, that's it. I don't know how else to describe it. That's a truck. It's got a lot of little jewel pieces. You can see lots of parts of the, Daikaiser along the sides of it here. But, I think these are I think these are part of the shoulder. Looking at the shape of those.
Giving you some lore here. For Kaizard, a new dimensional Robo came under the order of supporting Daiyusha. Though having a sharp tongue, his power was comparable to that of Daiyusha, and he could manipulate his twin pistols, Kaiser Magnum, freely.
Okay, yeah. Okay, he uses guns, also, the other secondary thing. And he's not as much of a nice boy as the other hero. So, yeah,
he follows his own justice.
This is the most secondary
being led by the justice of others.
Protagonist, brave robot guy there could be. Yeah. Okay. I get it now.
And then, the lore for Daikaiser is not true, but that's just because of how time makes fools of us all, right? The final form of Kaizard, a dimensional hero who protects the peace of the planet. By shouting trans-dimension, Kaiser can summon and combine with Kaisergrader, a huge armored vehicle. Kaiser Blade. Oh, he summons Kaiser Blade from his home planet and then transforms.
Okay, so it's like is the thing with Cardfight Vanguard that you're pulling in, like the cards are pulling in things from other dimensions, going off how that is worded?
Well, he's part of the Dimension Police.
Oh, okay, so it's just these robots specifically are the...
I don't know.
Okay.
Possibly.
I know nothing about...
I'm just
The thing
saying,
I know about Cardfight Vanguard is it's like a weird... It feels like it's like a sleeper hit kind of game, because I remember even when I was, like, getting into Magic a while back, back in, like, I want to say, like, that was, like, 2013, 2014, that the comic shop would advertise Cardfight Vanguard stuff. So it was one of those things that just kind of always, like it might not be super popular, but it has enough niche popularity that my local places had it, you know?
There's a whole short story in this lore section.
Yeah, I'm glad that I found a list of
Bushy
races, and one of the races is Battleoid, which seems to be all the robots. Oh, and there's also Workeroids, which are the ones made for non-combat purposes. Oh, there are so many. Oh, there are so many robots in this.
We could do this a long time if we wanted to.
We'll stick with what we're doing with Kaiser. So we cover the Kaisergrader.
It's not quite the same, but it feels, in a way, it feels like we were doing a different show. We were covering, like, just some other super robot shit, and someone was like, I want you to cover the gym. And we're like, sure. And we're like, what the fuck? There's tons of shit related to this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to find something real quick. Okay, there's a category for Daikaiser also now, which is really funny to me. I was hoping that the Daikaiser category would help me find out what makes him into the Great Daikaiser, Because I was like, does he combine with a vehicle to make Great Daikaiser, or what does he do? I need to see.
Okay, I'm sending you a link. There is not a category, there is a page for Kaiser, which splits them into 2 lines, the dimensional Robo ones and then the fantasy ones. The Narukami.
Oh, so there's a fantasy version of... Okay. But they're meant to be...
I don't know if it's... Yeah.
They have the same...
there's a third one. There's also Nova Grappler. Sure, whatever.
But they have the same archetype that does the same effects in game, so that's why they also... Okay. Interesting. Oh. Okay, so Daikaiser... We have to cover a different robot to talk about what makes the ultimate dimensional robot. There's super dimensional Robo Shadowkaiser, who is a different guy, and him and Daikaiser's hearts combine to make the other one that I thought was actually next. So,
oh, you're right.
I had to go into the lore section to find that out. Let me see. I'm looking in the gallery. Do we have like some? Okay, we do have full art that is cut away actually from the card. Good. I have to make sure I look at that first from now on, just because much easier when there's less text and no shiny graphical elements. God, this show looks like shit though. I'm sorry. Like every time I see frames of the show, it doesn't look very good.
I feel like it just doesn't look good. I don't feel like it looks like shit.
Okay.
It just looks like one of those shows.
You know what it is? Okay, so here's the one I saw, and this is why I said it looked like shit, is I saw this as one of them, and I'm like, what's going on? Now, to be fair, right above that is a better looking, like, frame here of him being, I presume, summoned, given that it's doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing of showing the stats on screen. And this is fine. It was just that one other thing I saw where I was just like, oh no. Anyway, Shadowkaiser. He is a brave that came from another dimension to protect the peace of the universe. He was originally a stealth fighter that became a robot. Or not that became a robot, that became a frontline fighter, is what I should say.
Okay, that's less confusing.
I misread when it said stealth fighter. You know what happened was I saw this next to it, because I was alternating through the tabs, and I was like, wait, so I think this is just the transformation he can do, and he can become a stealth bomber, clearly.
Oh, sure.
But, yeah, no, that's why I was confused. I was like, wait, does he become a robot? I was reading to myself while reading the lore, and then I was like, oh no, he probably just transforms, he's a robot, duh. Its red scarf is called its red scarf is, very important because it comes up here in the lore, which is funny. And I love that the way the lore is written for all of these is so funny. Shrouded in shadows, dashes across the land as fast as the wind. No, lightning, to answer the call of a friend from far across the dimension. His friend being Kaizard. Anyway, This is a ninja robot. The head is, you've got a black forehead crest going on with like a gold inset V piece.
It's a little forehead protector, I think.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. The sides of the head, you've got these like white pieces that are sharp and go forward around the frame, around the face. They've got little gold embellishments on the back. The rest of the head is funnily blue. Like, you can see the back of it. So, like, the behind all this ornamentation on the front, the head is mostly blue, and then you've got, like, this gray part on top. You've got a very mean-looking mask. You've got, like, 2 red eyes in there, and then the mask has, it's just... It's so weird whenever I see this stuff, because I'm like, how do I even describe the shape of it? It's just, like, got a sharp indentation, basically, in the middle of the face there.
Yeah, it's sort of got an inset part of the mask with, like, sort of Menpo fangy over top.
Mm-hmm. Does have a scarf that is worn around the neck and flows with it. The torso, you've got the thing where it's got the ninja chainmail mesh. I did find out apparently that is supposed to be chainmail on ninjas, by the way, when you see that mesh.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
Which is interesting. Well, I think it's the way... It was a way of drawing the chainmail in a simpler way. You know?
Sure.
But
wouldn't that be noisy? I guess less so than other armor.
I've
worn chainmail before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because it is called a Kusari Katabira, which is chainmail. You can see it. I mean, you can see a more full armor here. I guess the idea is that ninjas would wear this under their heavier or their cloth clothing, though. Would be the idea.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But it is chainmail. It was just something, I don't remember why I saw that, because I used to always call it the ninja fishnets, because that's why I assumed it was like some weird...
Sure.
Some weird kind of form-fitting cloth that...
Some weird, like, sex thing, yeah.
Not a sex thing, no! Get out of here. Anyway. I can't kick you out, it's your show. But... You have that on the upper part of the chest.
I can kick you out. Do you want me to kick you out? That'd be
there's
funny.
Blue armor and gold. You've got like a gold V that has like hooks at the end of it going on the front of the chest. Like it's just the ends of them are kind of hooked inward.
It's fun because I feel like the shoulders kind of evoke a little bit like almost like wing, like TV Wing Zero a little bit. Maybe I just got that on the brain lately, but with the gems and that like that.
Yeah.
And then with the arm over it, the chest almost looks V2-ish.
Yeah. I see what you mean there. Chest has a really weird shape I'm noticing because... So you can't really see the lower chest if you're looking at the video with us on the left art that we're looking at. But on the right side, it's very human-like because it's just that chainmail and it's kind of rounded for the whole, like...
Yeah, like sacrifices were made to give him a chainmail stomach.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Also on those torso bits at the end of the blue armor, I forgot to mention there are these big silver horns that are popped up. It's kind of funny because they pop up over the shoulder parts there, but you can see that they are separate, like in some of the other art. The shoulders, blue armor with very like the Wing Zero chest crystal inset in them. It was surrounded by gold little inlays. Again, very feather evocative here with these gold parts, just a different kind of one, but like that's what it looks like to me with the series of these gold plates sticking out of the front of the wing or of the shoulder. The simple bicep design has kind of a buff bicep thing going on with the shape. Kind of thins out a little as you hit where the joint is. Has some black armor on the outside of the bicep. The forearms are mostly black armor with a bit of the chainmail. And then around the wrist, you've got these gold bracelets. The hands are very fancy. The knuckles and, like, the fingers, when they separate, like, when there's, like, segmentation separation, there's, like, red jewels underneath, which is kind of cool looking. I like the contrast there. For the waist, the crotch piece has a very Federation shield insignia feeling, like, cross on it in gold.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't really have much of a skirt, just kind of has black armor that wraps around it. The legs are a little hard to see, but you've got black armor around the thighs, and then blue armor on the outside that is really thick, and has, like, these vents on the top of them. These might be thrusters or something for, when it's transformed into that weird plane mode. Just the joint for the leg is visible. You've got, like, a little bit of a silver joint. The knees, you've got these... knee armor on the top that have an indentation, so it actually reveals the joint when it bends the leg. They're not really for protecting the joint, just for, they're just on the leg. Really hard to see, like, the lower legs and feet. You've got black armor with some red around the base. You've got, like, a gold cuff around where the foot is connected into, and then the feet have gray armor on top, and then the feet are red. You've got a huge shuriken on the back of this. It's a four-sided shuriken with the top two sides being a bit bigger. What is this kind of shuriken called? Is it just...
I usually hear it called a Fuma shuriken. I don't know how official that is.
Yeah. And the upper...
it seems to be a fit.
The upper shuriken lines have, like, you have some red lines on them. The bottom ones are just pure silver, and they're a little smaller. Has a cool shape to it. You know what it evokes to me is Tekkaman Blade It reminds me of Tekkaman Blade's blaster mode, specifically with the bottom of them, because when Tekkaman Blade goes into his blaster mode, he gets these two giant blades grow out from the bottom of the back like that of the armor.
Oh, sure.
And that's just kind of what it evokes to me when I see it like that.
It reminds me of one of the Seed spin-off Gundams I don't like that has the 4 things in that position. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember. I don't know which one you're talking about immediately.
I feel like if I brought it up, you would know it, but I can't remember the name. But it has like the 4. They're not blades; they're just like thrusters, but they're in that like X.
The Exastray, the Dreadnought.
No, this is not what I meant.
I was gonna say because I thought you liked the Dragoons.
Oh wait, no,
on it.
wait, no.
This one, I put it in the chat.
Oh yes, no, this is the one. You know what? This is the one I thought, and looking at it, I'm like, wait, I like this one.
I was gonna say I thought when we covered it that you liked it, but
in my head it looked stupid.
Amazing. All right, so Shadowkaiser and the best friend.
Real quick.
Yes, sorry.
Both this art, just to give credit, because they are pretty good about giving credit, which I appreciate. Mm-hmm. Both of these are these alternate arts. Obviously, the original design is Obari. These alternate arts are by the artist Nakazaki To, which I don't know. That's just pseudonym, but
I do like the styling on these. See, even he draws it without the thing on top, so that was only the anime people drawing it with the thing on top for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a secret indication that it's a different machine.
Yes. No, if it was Gundam, sure, but no.
Oh man, you got okay. Sorry,
We've got
I'm just on
the
Nakizato's. Just real quick.
Yeah.
Cool Nightingale.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, link me that. I actually like that.
Like the
just link it on.
Sure.
Yeah, the website. This is a cool Nightingale. Has the unfortunate N and Z, but whatever. I've learned that that's just gonna happen, unfortunately, with people. But
yeah.
Otherwise, cool Nightingale.
Yeah.
So, when the hearts of the 2 super-dimensional Robos, Daikaiser and Shadowkaiser, became one, the seal upon the ultimate dimensional combination was broken, enabling them to combine and transform into Great Daikaiser, the ultimate dimensional Robo. Which, okay, yeah, you got the picture. Cool. I was like, I don't have it open. I hope you do, because I'm on the lore page right now. Even though the base of the consciousness after the combination is Kaizard's consciousness, the changes in pronouns suggest there might be influences from Shadowkaiser's consciousness. Wait, changes in pronouns? Oh, wait, the way referring to self.
Probably goes plural.
Yeah. Not okay. I was like, wait.
No, they didn't change gender. So that would be cool.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, no. In addition, the armaments from both Robos... that's like a weird translation. In addition to the armaments for both Robos, it is equipped with a high-energy output weapon, such as the G-Kaiser cannon, 6 cannons equipped both on its arms and shoulders, and the G-Energy Blaster, fired from the crystal at its chest. Kaizard, who learned the importance of fighting together with its friends, and Shadowkaiser, who witnessed its growth after returning to the battlefield, the 2 hearts that never intersected with one another even though they are fighting for the same cause of peace, now overlap with each other. In order to save a friend in trouble, in order to protect the peace across dimensions, under the name of burning justice and friendship, the Emperor of Steel now descends. Oh, they had a fight reverse Yusha. We'll cover that when we get to the Yusha one, but it looks like Yusha got taken over or something, and so they had to save it by doing this. So yeah, they combine and does the classic thing of now it has more blue than red on, like it inverts like a lot of the blue and red parts. So the head, you've got gold, V-fin, very ornamental, fancy V-fin going on. Interestingly, whether the size of this V-fin are out or not seems to depend on the artist, because here it is drawn with a frontal V-fin, and then behind it are the 2 blades, and then here this is all one part, I noticed, which is interesting.
You say it depends on the artist. These are both Obari.
Oh. Well, it looks like in this art that they are all combined, and this art they are not. Might just be different time of drawing them.
Oh, no. Sorry. This is unfortunately this is in fact the wiki slightly failing on crediting. This is an artist whose name I can't read.
Ah, gotcha. Well, it's fine. The ears, you've got big golden wings swept back, blue helmet parts that have vents.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. One more update. I translated it. It says Obari.
Okay.
I'm stupid.
The face now has a full mask with a chin. Just kind of looks like a Gundam mask minus the vents. You've got 2 green eyes in there. You've got, big chin part. The torso, big blue gem in the front of it. Can't see if there's anything it looks like there might be something written in there, but you can't see if that says anything in there. But big blue gem, surrounded by gold on the left and right side of it. These gold parts then have extended white parts that extend so far forward they kind of block the shoulders. I feel like if you made this thing into an actual thing you had to move around like a model and not in animation, this would be a nightmare to pose.
Yes.
The torso, you have the underparts that are similar to the Great Daikaiser, the Daikaiser with the, thrusters on the front and back and the same kind of torso segmenting. The shoulders, though, underneath the white parts that have the red embellishments on the front, you've got big blue shoulder parts that kind of pop up fair bit. The biceps are very buff looking with your kind of double axle wedge joint thing going on. The forearms are huge. They are the Daikaiser forearms, but now they have these giant guns on the sides of them with big, tall hexagonal barrels.
I love a hexagonal barrel.
They're really cool looking, actually. I do like these. Then another change is on the crotch part. You've got a big blue jewel on top with some red, a red V. Oh, that's the chest from the prior one, I think, because it's the V that then curves inward, and I guess it's actually gold looking at it there. So it's just the lighting here made it look more red, because he's got a fucking supernova behind him happening, basically, is the way it's drawn.
Uh-huh.
And then this giant crotch plate, though, you've got some green below, and some little red eyes in there as well, or gold eyes, followed by horns on the sides of it. Then the side skirts are... These look like these are from the thighs of the other one, but flipped upside down, because remember these blue parts were facing upward with the white on top of them on Shadowkaiser. But now they're facing down, and they have a fucking sword sticking out of them. The rest of the leg, the upper leg looks, just like the Daikaiser. The lower leg, bit different. You've got these big red knee parts and these big golden knee spikes going on with a little camera or green jewel part below that. Got some blue armor wrapping around the top with some white armor below it. Unfortunately, we have no feet in any of these images. I don't know if we ever get good pictures. I don't know if we get good feet pics for it, but it's looking like no, actually.
I'm having trouble finding such. Yeah, I don't think so.
At least for what's on the wiki. Oh, okay, I can see inside the chest because the anime is way less stylized, though. It is a G and a D. Oh, great and die. Okay, great die.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
And this guy with his weird-ass fucking spear here in the front. Hanging out. Anyway. Finally, the backpack unit. It looks like there's extra thrusters and other parts. I'm assuming a lot of the extra parts from Shadowkaiser end up on the back. You also have 2 more barrels now popped over the back towards the front. Doesn't seem like he's got anything he's using handheld here. He's just, big robot now with lots of gun. But don't worry, we're not quite done yet, because...
Nope. Because there's L's Daikaiser.
Wait, I missed that one.
It's not what he's called, I'm making a joke.
Oh.
I was making a joke to the fact that the concept is he's L's.
Oh.
This is... He merged with an extra-dimensional metal life form.
This is not quite yet.
Oh.
There's one before that.
Oh.
We've got... doesn't have a lore page, unfortunately. Oh, and it's using the art. Never mind. I guess this is just a different card. There was true Ultimate Dimensional.
Oh yeah, I posted that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize.
Because I confirmed that they're just the same thing. They're just different cards.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Sorry. Never mind. You're right then. You were right. It is the legendary dimensional Robo Daikaiser Leon. Which is a lot also. Yeah, he's changed his design significantly. Unfortunately, don't only have
this
one
is him,
art of him.
Yeah, and the I could get you other pictures. They're just blurrier.
Okay. So this one...
They're just blurrier versions of the same thing. Oh wait, the Japanese one's less blurry. Hang on, let's post the Japanese one. There we go.
Okay. Let's see.
But yeah, he's he merged with metal. This is a future version of him that merged with the metal life form Leon, and now they're the legendary dimensional Robo, the lightning emperor of flashing light, Daikaiser Leon.
Okay, I'm curious. Does Leon have his own card? No, seemingly not. Actually.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, because even when I'm looking it up, it's just pulling up Daikaiser Leon. All right. Well, the head is now... A lot of this is completely different, so just re-describing everything. The armor colors are now primarily like this kind of white, pearlescent white is I guess what I'll call it, because like you said, it's very Elsie.
Yeah.
And then you've got...
Might be silver, it's hard to tell.
Blue, and you've got like lots of blue crystals and green crystals and red eyes. The head, you've got a lot of parts sticking out. You've got a pointy part on the top, middle, swept back. You then have two more blades to the sides of that are swept a little back. And then you've got these huge blades on the sides of the head that are swept back. There's a forehead gem, a bit of a forehead guard thing going on here where you've got these like little bolts in between the blades and the forehead guard, like these little bits. And then the head, you've got bright orange eyes. Even more of a Mempo thing going on, actually, because the upper part is covering the nose and has little fangs on the side, but you can see a blue, like, skinned mouth in there that's frowning. And then he's got, like, parts around the chin, including a big pointy chin. So very Mempo looking, like, for the inner part there. Then the chest has now become a big lion head, which I presume is Leon. Or Leon. And it's a big lion head. It's got big brow parts that end in little, like, pointy bits on either side of the chest. In between the brows, you have a big green gem in there in, like, a weird shape. What would I even describe that shape as? What is that shape? Fuck.
I don't know.
It's just... It's like a diamond, but then it's got, like, two little wings on it, basically. Then the eyes, big orange eyes, little kitty face in there. It's got, like, the mouth parts, the little cat nose. It's got some fanglies. You've got the lower jaw with some fanglies on it for the chest here. The sides of the head, the lion head, have more pointy parts, and then it seems like it's got these, like, blue crystalline parts sticking out of the sides of those as well. Oh no, those are coming out of the backpack. To be like
the mane?
Because if you look, if you look on the left, you can see that it's not running out of that.
I see.
So
sure,
the way
that makes
one's
sense.
drawn. So those are parts of the backpack. Okay. The shoulders I can barely see, but you can see they've got big green gemeralds on the front, surrounded by blue, and then lots of like little layers of armor on the outside. I cannot begin to describe where the bicep is because the bicep is out of view on these. The forearms, though, you've got armor on the outside and then a bunch of these like little segmented plates on the inside of the wrist. The back of the like arm and hand area, you have more of those crystals kind of shaped similarly to the one on the chest there, but in blue. And then there's two long claws sticking out of those on the front that go like in front of the hand, so it's got like big wrist claws, two of them. The hands are hands. The waist, I cannot tell you. There is, unfortunately, the legend transcends the many dimensions, and it blocks the waist. There's like a green gem there that I can see, and it ends in a point at the bottom. The legs are put together in a very stylized way here, so I can tell you that the legs have lots of like spiky bits going on the outside, and like maybe the knee has like a gem there. It's really hard to see, though.
Uh-huh.
It's a cool design. I don't think this is a bad design. I'm sad that you can't really see it at all in the one art that seems to exist of it.
It's a bit of a shame.
I'm going to look up the name in Japanese, actually, real quick, just because I'm like, is there any other views of this from, like... I don't think this has been in the anime or anything. No, this is the only view of it. Okay. Does it have a year? No, it doesn't have a year on the card, huh? Okay. And yeah, like, it's a cool design. It's weird. And yeah, is that... Have we finished talking about the Kaiser Robo family, specifically the Battleroid family?
We have, but we should still talk about one more. There is another member of the Dimension Police who is, as far as I can tell, a one-off design, and all of his abilities are buffing Kaisers, so probably we should include him.
Okay.
That's the Daibazooka here.
Okay. Oh, yo. Alright, that's pretty cool. Who is that holding
this is Youth. That's Daibazooka. That's his name.
Oh, he's just the guy. I thought it was like
his big bazooka.
Oh, okay.
Let me read the lore around him, which I think is pretty funny.
Okay.
He's a newcomer, joined Dimension Police recently. He's blah blah blah. His heart of justice is as strong as his comrades, but he acts hastily to achieve success and causes trouble for senior warriors. He uses massive artillery of high power at cost of low accuracy, high energy consumption, and severe recoil. The weapon is not really effective and does not suit his true strength, but he is too young to understand a weapon's properties other than mere firepower.
You know what? I love that for him, actually. That's so fun. Honestly, kind of a sick design, though. So the head, you've got like a very crown-like forehead piece. Has 5 total blades on it. The 2 outer ones are thin and long. The middle one is thick and long, and then the 2 inner ones are thin and shorter, like in between. Then it's a little hard to see the rest of the head because this motherfucker has a hugely popped collar. You can see the face though. He's got 2 red eyes, a plain white face mask with like a blue bit of armor around the chin. As mentioned, he's got a hugely popped collar. It's like white at the end with like gold underneath it. And then for the chest, you've got a huge triangular gold. Well, like an orange gold, which is interesting because then it's separate from the yellow gold that is closer in a diamond shape, then with a green gem in the front that has a flat face on the front of it. The rest of the torso, though, just kind of blocky armor bits. 2 sections of torso or right above the waist. For the shoulders, I presume they're symmetrical because you can't really see the right shoulder given that he's holding the giant-ass gun. The shoulder, though, you've got gold armor going around the base and edge all around. It's that orange gold color that he has. He's got a big blue blade going outward on the top. It's got kind of a like harsh hook going out with it, with some more of that gold at the base of it. White armor with like a big red, almost looks like a big red eye looking out from the armor, and then blue below that. Cool shoulder armor. Can't see the bicep at all. Can see the joint. Has the more Gundam style like circular double disc joint thing going on. The forearms are in white with big blue parts around the wrist. He's got orange gold blades swept back on the back, like the outside of the arms. His hands are black with an orange cover on them, so again, feels more Gundam-y almost just because of having an actual hand cover, because all the prior ones just had hands that were all the same color. For the waist, the crotch piece, you've got a bit of a yellow gold diamond with a red piece inside of it on the top of the crotch. Mostly blue on the front with some white behind that. Each of the skirts is a big orange gold piece with some red diamonds inside of those as well. These side skirts are neat because they match up very similarly to the shoulders in overall shape. They have a bit of a thicker gold part at the base of them, and the blade coming out of them sticks more downward. but just it's, very similar part going on with how those look. The rear skirt we can't really see, though that might also be part of the backpack. It might have like a weird flight pack going on. The thighs are white, just simple white boxy armor. The knees also feel very similar to the shoulders and the side skirts, though rather than having blades coming out of them, they're gold around the base with blue around that has these little red eyes, white on top, and then instead of blades, you've got a big red jewel on the outside of the knees here. Then for the lower leg, white armor with some blue below that. It gets a little more white armor around the ankle area. Has some little gold flaps on the back. The feet appear to have like some gold on the heels there. And the feet appear to be pointy from what I can see underneath the card stuff. Finally, its weapon. This has a giant over-the-shoulder bazooka. It is mostly in blue around the base with some gold on top. Some white armor with a big red camera on it that has more gold blades on it. The back of it has a big section of gold with some cuts and venting on it. The barrel is in white. The barrel is set up in an interesting way where you've got the actual barrel is gray. It's a gray circular barrel, and then it's got like a barrel cover that is more square and white going around the top and bottom, but is like open on the sides, which is fun. And then it looks like a giant energy cannon. It's pretty cool. I think this might be my favorite of them, which is funny given that it's the one that's like, actually it kind of sucks because it only focuses on heavy firepower. But it's the one I think is the coolest thus far. And yeah.
I think I probably like the Kaizard best myself.
That's fair.
Yeah, these are fun designs. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's basically it. I was like, what are these Meteor Kaisers? Who are these? But these are different guys. Yeah. They're also mecha, but they're their own family of mecha doing their own thing. So we'll save those for some other time that's not now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like a lot of the card art I'm seeing.
I mean, they got some good artists.
Yeah. I think that's it, though. I think we're done with this.
Well,
now.
So we'll do Daiyusha at some point. Daiyusha would take a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Let's do one more that is just another Dimension Police.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is he just like a one-off guy?
Sure.
Okay.
I would say one-off gal, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Why did they
Dailady.
Why did they make her have flesh tone? Why do that?
I don't think they did.
Or she's supposed to be like the same white that's going on with like the chest. But I mean, it's evocative. They know.
But they did draw a blush on her.
Yeah, they know what they're doing though.
Yes.
The worst part is, again, if there were more mecha-y elements, I wouldn't necessarily hate this design. It's just the thing where they need to reel it in just a little bit.
I don't hate it. I still don't hate it. I would like it better if it were a little more restrained.
Yeah. Specifically, honestly, if you got rid of the blush, I would probably be a little more okay with it too. And like the way the mouth is animated much more like a human mouth.
I do really, I will always be a sucker for Tonfa. These, like, energy Tonfa are cool, or crystal Tonfa, or whatever the hell I'm looking at.
She's definitely got a policewoman outfit going on between the hat. She's got, blonde hair on the back. It does have some mechanical, like, she's got, like, fur out of the sides of the hat here, and then has these, like, little mechanical wings framing the face, and then some gold below the brim. But this is like a police uniform. It's just they have a tie on it, and she has big tits so that the tie can fall there because, of course, they can't help themselves.
Now, who do you think drew this? Another name you know.
This is Mikao Akitaka again?
This is not one that we've said today.
Oh, no. Ooh. Huh. It is someone I know?
It is someone you know. It is not the most common name, but, like, it's not like... This isn't an obscure pull.
Okay. I'm, like, looking. I don't know. I don't think I can. I don't. Is it a Gundam artist?
It is a Gundam artist.
Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy.
It is a aughts and onward Gundam artist. I mean, which you know from the art style. But...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm leaning back while I'm thinking. I'm like, So it's not Mikaki Taka. Now I was gonna say this doesn't really match Mikaki Taka's MS Girls.
They did. I think probably you have a lot of designs you like from this show because it's a show with a lot of designs, but possibly your favorite 00 design.
Oh fuck! Is this Washio?
This is Washio.
Oh my god! Oh no, I can see it too. Now I see it. I can see it, one, with the coloring, and two, the Bazongas are drawn the same way. He draws tits the same way as he draws Nena Trinity. He just draws them like big balloon animals, basically. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
Sure.
Much like Mikaki Taka, I'm like, please, I prefer when you just draw robots.
Listen, I'm not judging. We all know I'm an ace. That is not a fact that has recorded to my memory.
It has, because I have downloaded his art books. And
fair,
because they also have mecha in them. It's just, unfortunately, he does a lot of horny art. He does like for things I've never heard of. But I do download, because I'm me, I download all the collections of artists. And yeah, because what's the book called? Oh, it's Rainbow Drop is the name of the book. And all of his women have the exact same chests. Basically.
I mean, listen, if you learn to draw it once, why learn to...
Yeah.
One more just random picture, not related to anything, but Nagasaki To, who's the alternate artist for those Daikaisers and stuff.
Bleep, not safe for work warning, but not actually nudity, but I have to share with you this cursed art so you can know my badness. This is how he drew Nena Trinity, writing on the top of she's on top of the head.
Bad job!
Yeah.
It's not even...
Doesn't even look like Nena, though, how she's drawn at all.
And it also doesn't, listen, I don't, you can do good horny art. That's a thing that exists. This is embarrassing.
Well, this is the thing. It's there's a certain... I am completely okay with horny art. It's just there's a certain type of it where I'm just like, okay, you're too straight about this. And, in a very stereotypical way.
Yeah, or something.
Too standard. I'm looking at it and it's, too pin-up-y.
You're playing it too straight. Yeah.
The worst part is he's got some cool art in here. I love this art of the Throne Dry in here.
Yeah,
I love his mechanical design art. It's just, unfortunately, he's also incredibly horny. In ways that I just don't find as enjoyable for me.
Nagasaki To drew this and put it on his Twitter, and I like it. It's pretty random, but...
Also, Lamau. Oh, that's fun. Sorry, I got hit by something really funny, by the way. A
truck?
No. 3 pages ahead in that Washio book, by the way, of, the Nena Trinity, is, hey, look! I just didn't know what she was from, but she is in the book.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool design otherwise. I love the leg design. I love
the legs look really cool.
I like the tail and the
thing?
wings.
Yeah.
This is otherwise a cool design. I'm just man, you're just too, I don't know, just a little too standard kind of anime horny. You know what? That is part of it too. Is it's a standard anime horny that you will see everywhere.
And it's also this is not a context where I want horny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need sexy card art. That's not a thing I need.
Yeah, it just makes it feel more embarrassing to play at the tournament or whatever. You know?
Uh-huh.
Alright. I think that's a wrap for this week. So, 6...
I guess so. I have to pick between 2 quotes, because they're 2 really good... Okay, I'm gonna do both. The first one is the first one I found from the short story introducing Daikaiser. I'd rather rust than continue supporting weaklings like you.
Oh. Oh, right, because he's the more foul one. Yes, that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be...
Foul? Sure,
I almost said foul-mouthed, and I was like, oh, he's not really cussing. He's just being more
He's not
abrasive.
foul-mouthed. He's just a shithead.
But then, because I corrected after I already said a word, it turned into me just calling him foul, and I feel bad now, because I actually think he seems kind of cool, but, you know.
And then talking about Daibazooka. To warriors who worry about Daibazooka's fruitless efforts, Daiyusha said, everybody would have time to be troubled by the gap between one's own justice and reality. When he notices that individual strength could do little, we as his comrades are there to lend him a hand. At that time, he should be able to realize that there is something one cannot do without cooperation.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Peace.